I ask you now to kneel, Yara Floor. It is because of this I gift you a more fitting crown, eschewing your previously given single star for three. 3 stars for 3 tribes now unified, and to be known to the world as Wonder Girl. Wonder Girl? Girl? You know I'm like in my 20s, right? No, I know. It's meant to be, it's just a little insulting to be called a girl. Well, you then.
I know you're gonna dig this.
True Believers England teen here, and this is a subject that we have talked about live, and I put down on videos 5 years ago, 6 years ago. It's kind of funny how we're arguing and talking about the same stuff. This book, Trial of the Amazons, #2, is rubbing everybody the wrong way for just a few pages, in all honesty. It really is just a few pages. Apparently, Yara Flor is impressed Wonder Woman. She wants to do something nice, so she takes her down into what it's called the Tea Armory. And she says, well, at least that's what I call it. It's a collection of precious, sometimes sacred signifiers. Baubles used as ornaments and sometimes weapons, but it is also a tradition. Each one seemingly small and simple, yet each with their own burden and significance. I notice you wear one of your own, she says to Yara Flor. And Yara Flor is like, oh, it's not. And she goes, it was gifted to you by the goddess Hera, was it not? It was, but and Wonder Woman breaks it. I know you care not for our gods. And she's like, whoa, whoa. And says, you remind me of Prometheus. And Yara Flor's like, it really tied the whole ensemble together, completely missing the point of what she's saying. And by the way, Prometheus, not a great ending there, Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman continues, you stole a flame from Olympus, but it was a fire of your own making that you took. And in sharing that inner fire, you convinced us to abandon our divine traditions, which I think is kind of silly and stupid. It's what's going on in modern comic book writing, in all honesty, where these new characters that they're bringing are automatically there. You know, like Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman. They've had time. They've earned their respect, basically. Not Yara Flor, but according to the modern writers, the world has to change for the new character. We see it now, actually, in woke culture. So anyway, it continues to go, and to instead follow your mortal qualities of courage, cunning, and strength to win the day. Now, her mortal qualities, doesn't Wonder Woman possess these as well? Are we saying that this is something new that Wonder Woman has just discovered? You did all this in the face of adversity, so we may further a mission to make the whole world safe, so for all God and mortals alike to flourish. Wonder Woman then says, so I ask you to kneel. And Yara does. Wonder Woman says, it is because of this I gift you a more fitting crown, eschewing your previously given single star for 3 stars for 3 tribes now unified, and to now be known to this world as Wonder Girl. Now, this should be an honor. You know, Wonder Woman is a big deal in the DC universe. Wonder Woman commands respect from the gods. Wonder Woman commands respect from Superman, Batman, and so forth, as far as the superheroes. And it's been a title that's been held by, you know, Donna Troy and Cassie, yeah. So Yara Flor, being a modern day character written by modern day writers, gets mad. Wonder Girl, you know I'm in my 20s, right? And Wonder Woman is taken aback. No, I know it is meant to be. It's insulting to be called a girl, says Wonder Girl. And right at this moment, I think that turns everybody off. This is an honor. Actually, Wonder Woman is taking her side. She didn't do this with Cassie. So Wonder Woman tries to say, well, symbolism aside, when you have lived as long as I have, I'm not saying I don't appreciate it. The title girl, it's just like, wow, really? You have to understand, it seems like you would have your hands full with 2 Wonder Girls already. Well, Cassie and Donna, is this a Batman thing like with a Robin? Should I be worried? And Wonder Woman says, what? No. But But thank you. I truly mean it. You know what? That is what it should have ended with. They made Yara Flor an insufferable character. I was actually wondering, and I was going to do a little review of the 7 issues. If this character was such a big deal, why was her book canceled after 7 issues? Well, if you wrote her this insufferable, nobody wants to deal with this. If this was your girlfriend, you'd walk away. I have left dates like this when I was single. Like, you know what? I don't have time to deal with you. Says, you are a different girl than I'm used to, Yara, but I think it could be a good thing. No, it can't. No, I'm sorry. If she's acting like this everywhere, there's no freaking such thing as a good thing when it comes to dealing with somebody like this. I'm sorry. I just don't buy into it. I really don't. Okay, now this is indicative of the poor comic book writing that's been going on for years. Since I've started this, I've been arguing a lot of the points I'm going to go over. First, of course, is one that we've seen, and it came to a huge head in that I Am Not Starfire, which is the self-insert. And this has been going on forever. I've been saying for 6 years now that modern day writers don't find the character. They put themselves into the character and then they write a story around that. Like when you're reading Captain America by Ta-Nehisi Coates, that's not the voice of Captain America. That's the voice of Ta-Nehisi Coates. I read Superboy, and that's freaking Tom Taylor. That's not Superboy. That's not John Kent. It's Tom Taylor. And he admits it. And they all admit it now. There's no shame to it. And why should there be? You're the hater. You're the racist, you're the homophobe, you're the person who just doesn't get it. And so they get away with it. And a lot of people, they spend their money on these things, and they spend their money and they go, hey, you know what? We don't know better. It's the words I'm hearing from. We don't know better because this is our comics. I remember I got blasted, by the way, when we were a comic customer revolution of sorts. And I said, we're going to lose. I've been saying this for years, and it's the truth. I'm aging out. No, I'm 52 now. Nobody's interested in me in about what, 2 more years? I think it's up to 54. It might just be 52. This might be my last year of relevancy. So what you have is you have a whole bunch of people that right now, 2013, when they started the all new, all different, which is basically the beginning of the woke era of comics. When they started that in 2013, kids who are getting into this only know this are now 23. They're 24. This is the only way they know. Think about that for a moment. So they don't even have an idea of what it's like or who these characters are, because as far as DC's concerned, it's all been deconstruction. And as far as Marvel's concerned, it's been race and gender swapping. So they have no true identity for Captain America or Thor or Iron Man or Batman. Batman's been missing since the New 52 started, definitely since Tom King got a hold of him. The other thing we're seeing here is what I've got to credit Eric Breen. They write dialogue as if they're texting each other in Twitter rather than discussing something with each other. I absolutely see this. I absolutely believe this. This is something like that dialogue right there. That's not human dialogue. People don't talk like that. Unfortunately, that's what we're getting. All these discussions in 248 characters. There's no depth anymore. Yara Flor is not a full developed character because she speaks like a Twitter bot. And a lot of characters do nowadays. A lot of young characters especially. They sometimes try to give a little weight to the dialogue that the older characters do, but then they'll slip right into it. I swear to God, I heard the Joker in what book was that? I think it might have been the Tom King book. But I saw and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cringy. It's so it is absolutely a social media post rather than something you would say to somebody. And that's the whole dialogue with Yara Flor here. Girl, just all shut up. The false outrage is annoying anyway. And that's another thing. And the third point I want to bring as far as what's going on with these writers is that they write the comic book characters as if they read the comics. So they'll always know something, or they'll say something that happened in a way that they should never have heard about, whether it be dialogue, whether it be a catchphrase of some sorts or something. The only way the character would know about it is if they had read the previous comic book or a previous incarnation of the comic book. And once again, I'm sorry, but you're pulling us out of the story every time you do this. Every freaking time you do this. And it gets ridiculous after a while. So when I read this, when I read the disrespect sent to Wonder Woman from Yara Floor, and trust, and I don't buy it. Oh, no, seriously, I appreciate it. You know what? If you did, you would have said thank you very much, or I'm very honored. But no, what do you want? You want to be called Wonder Woman when Wonder Woman's standing right next to you? No, I can be a Wonder Woman. No, let's not go there because that's getting ridiculous. Batman Inc. was a horrible thing, by the way. I don't care if you read a great story from it. It's a horrible idea that destroys the character. But that's just my opinion, I guess. What are we going to do about this? Nothing. Somebody at DC and Marvel have to step up and go, you know what? We've been producing shit. So we need to take this down. We need to do something better with it. I don't know. Anyway, that's my take on this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell if you haven't done it already. I've got a Ko-Fi link, so if you don't mind helping out the channel, go on over and just drop $1 in the till. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.